Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's really hot outside. Where is fall? I don't know either. I just know it makes me really cranky when it's hot outside, especially in October. Who can get in the Halloween spirit when the sun is beating down on you and it's hot? I don't know, but it's hot. Breaking news, President Trump will meet with Kim Jong-un this Sunday, and we'll follow that story closely. We've got a packed show today, and I want you to meet somebody that you've already met, but you've never seen before. You've followed his story with me. He's somebody that I'm extremely proud to call my son. He's just a phenomenal guy. And he has experienced over the last year something that I don't know if I could ever survive a year in prison. But here's Zacary Anderson in the flesh. Don't be afraid of the microphone.
Get right up in there.
Be like your pops here.
Get right up in there.
How's everybody doing?
Zach just finished. We're on the media tour today. He's going to be on News 9 at 5 with Aaron Brobeck. Zach did phenomenal. He wasn't even coached by me. He did an amazing job. He's a media star in the making.
Absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely, you are. So get closer. Let people hear you.
You gotta get right up on it. They don't know. They can't hear you.
Yeah. Don't be shy. Let people know. Okay, Zach, the last year, well, over a year, has been a rough ride.
Absolutely.
And during this rough time, you came to know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Definitely.
And I remember going to get your first Bible. And I remember getting the book for you that tells about Joseph in the Bible and how he was incarcerated but was not a criminal.
Yeah.
Is Joseph somebody that you look at as a hero?
Absolutely. I definitely do. His story really did touch me. At one point, I read that book and I seen just how mistreated Joseph was, how he got a harsh sentence for a crime that he really didn't commit. It really did touch me in the way that what everybody's seen as an evil action actually turned out to be a good thing for God. It led to the people being released.
He was freed from Egypt.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And you take a look at the last year, and of course, it's bittersweet because you've got little David, who is permanently injured due to something that I know is a nightmare for you and something that you would take back if you could.
Definitely.
So take us back to that day. And I know you've been asked this question, and I promise, unless the media starts storming you, because you are a media superstar after all, but take us back to that day. It was, what, April, May 2014?
It was May 22nd, 2014.
Okay, take us back to that day. The baby's mom was at work.
Yes.
And you were taking care of the two boys, Austin, who was 18 months at the time, and David, who was 9 months. Am I right?
Roughly, yes.
Okay. So what happened?
Well, I was taking care of both of them. My best friend came over to help fix my computer. My son actually just woke up from a nap, and I was trying to give him a bath. And when I did, my best friend had yelled out to me, "Hey, your other kid's out here throwing things." So he just called out to me to come get him. I immediately just got up. I didn't stop to think for 2 seconds what could happen from me doing this. I got up, I went out there, I tried to, kind of calm him down a little bit, and I, turned back around to head back to the bathroom, and I found my son laying in the water.
I can't imagine anything more terrifying and more tragic. And to me, all the years in prison cannot take away the prison that you must live in when you go to bed at night and you think about David. That is something that I know, because I know how much you love your kids.
Definitely.
And I know that if you could take that back and it be you, you would do it.
Yes.
But you then, and you stuck by your story, and we're not going to retry the case here because it's already been tried. And Judge McElwee yesterday, praise God, she saw that you had made tremendous progress while incarcerated, and she let you go home. I will never forget those words, "You're going home today."
Absolutely. Definitely most exciting day, most terrifying day at the least. Just being locked up for over a year and to come out and have to, readjust myself back to this. It's definitely going to be a challenge, but I'm looking for that challenge right now.
Now, Zach is talking about how bored he is. He's been running errands with me today. And I feel a little bit, this is the first time that you've gotten to hang out with your pops, because I basically started calling you my son while you were incarcerated.
Yeah.
And so now you get to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we don't have anybody telling us we only have 30 seconds remaining on a phone call.
Definitely.
And we don't have to sit on opposite sides of the table. And you can't play board games under prison rules anymore. You got to be fair and square.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, right. So during the court case, though, the prosecution, they argued that you maintained that it was 3 to 7 minutes that you were
3 to 5 is
3 to
what
5. Okay.
I estimated it to be.
And you were there. Now I want to ask you about this bumbo seat. It had water markings on the side of it, correct?
Yeah, like it looked like little waves, and it also had some little sea creatures on the side.
And I've talked to parents who have used the bumbo seat before to bathe their child. I've seen it. I've had them tell me that they've used it. Is there anything in the packaging or anything in the instructions that said do not bathe your child in this seat?
Well, actually, it was donated to us, so we actually didn't have any instructions on actually what this seat was used for.
Okay. So you find David, you immediately pick him up, and what happened from that point?
I immediately picked him up. I ran out and told my best friend to call 911 because he had drowned. And he told me he didn't have his phone, and he took off running to his apartment. We lived in the same apartment complex. And while he ran, I was beating on the neighbors' doors just for somebody else to, quickly call 911 at that moment instead of waiting for him to get back. And once nobody, answered their door, I laid him on my floor and I tried to give him CPR until my best friend actually showed back up with, 911 on the phone, and they explained what exactly I need to do to, as far as CPR goes until rescue got there.
You didn't have a cell phone, and your buddy had left his in his apartment, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So once you got fire and rescue there, they were able to revive David, correct?
Yes, they told me it took about 40 minutes actually to fully revive David.
So let's move forward, and let's talk about the Zacary that was sentenced to 20 years in prison on an 85% crime, and the Zacary that was told yesterday by Judge Michelle McElwee, you're going home today. Was it surreal? Were you like, did I hear this right?
Yes, absolutely. Still in shock today.
Your mom and Brittany, your sister, and I looked over at your mom and Brittany, and they were just stunned. There was no reaction. It was like, did I hear correctly? And then we all started crying. And the happiest moment was when I watched them take the shackles and the cuffs off of you and said, you're a free man now.
Yeah, they couldn't take them off fast enough.
It took them a while.
I wanted to say, so how did the relationship between you and Zach start? How did you really get to know him?
Well, David Slane is a friend of mine, a criminal defense attorney, and I had always wanted to know what David does. David has been on radio and TV forever and ever, and was an analyst for Fox News, Fox 25 here in Oklahoma City. And so David said, I've got a bench trial that it won't last very long. It'll be simple. The judge is fair. Just come and watch the trial.
It definitely was fast.
It was fast. And I went from beginning to end. And before I ever saw Zacary, I saw the pictures of David. Now, sitting there, it was a bench trial, so there was no jury. But as somebody that would be a potential juror, I saw evidence that the jury would not see before the trial begins. And I remember saying, this is not good. But then I watched the trial, and I saw Zach, and I got to, and we just developed a very close relationship as a result. And I felt like it was important to tell the world about his case and to call for criminal justice reform, because however tragic the accident was, it was an accident. And, you know, watching him being led off to prison was very painful, and visiting him in prison was very painful. It's very expensive to drive to Lexington to see Zach. Very expensive to talk to him daily on the phone. Very expensive to supply quarters, because prison food is so bad that he's got to, you know, he would eat like crazy out of the vending machines.
Definitely.
So, you know, Zach and I developed a very close relationship and bond through that, as I did with his entire family. And so that's how I got to know Zach. Any more questions, Frost?
That's good. And they sentenced him to 40 years originally?
20.
20 years. Okay.
On an 85% crime, which means that he would have to serve 17 years before he would be eligible for parole. What Judge McElwee did yesterday, in her mercy, she amended Zach's sentence to probation or suspended sentence. Zach's got to pay court costs. He's got to pay for his probation. And he has no problem with that. In fact, Zach has no problem with paying child support, although Zach has lost his parental rights for the two boys. But he still wants to pay for them and make sure that their mother and the boys have everything that they need, that he can provide. So, you know, this is a tragic story, and it's something that I feel, and Zach, you know, people say, wow, that's amazing what happened, you know, and it's like, it's not I, but Christ. It was all Jesus Christ that brought us together.
Yeah.
And it was all the power of prayer and the power of your faith. And you are now excited. You've already mapped out where you're going to church Sunday and where you're going to church next Sunday. You're not finished with God just because you're out of prison now.
Yeah, I definitely didn't leave God at that prison gate. I brought him home with me, and he's gonna definitely stay with me until the end.
Was there ever a point, Zach, where you just felt hopeless and you sat there and you said, God, I don't have the strength to move?
Absolutely. I mean, almost every day in there you lay there wondering, are you going to be 41 years old when you get out of prison? It's definitely not a thing I would want on anybody, especially for an accident, but I definitely am thankful that I had the opportunity to at least take the year to come to know God and to know Jesus Christ. It's definitely been, you know, an eye-opener for me.
One last question, Zach. Do you feel that what happened was I'm trying to figure out how to word it because it's just so overwhelming. But do you feel that you did something wrong that day?
Absolutely. I really do. I know I shouldn't have left that bathroom. I do wish I could have just taken a couple more seconds, maybe, you know, a few seconds just to really think about what could have really happened. Like I said, I'm thankful that my son is still alive to this day. He actually just turned 5 last month. But like I said, I do feel like I did deserve some time, but a whole 20 years, I don't know if that would have been totally necessary.
Well, you're home now. And what I'd like for you to do is just say whatever you want to the people watching, because they have supported you and they've prayed for you and they've asked about you and they continue to. So say whatever you want to. You've got the floor.
All right. Well, I wanted to start off by thanking everybody that has, you know, been supporting me and, you know, praying for me while I've been incarcerated. I definitely want to thank Judge McElwee for, you know, definitely letting me out. Definitely giving me a chance to be a citizen to society, to actually support my kids, even though I won't be able to see them again. But I definitely, like I said, the people that have supported me through this entire thing, I know I don't know most of you, but I do hope I get to meet definitely most of you guys. Will be, you know, a grateful thing.
We'll make that happen. And I'm not wearing my #free Zacary Anderson bracelet anymore.
Yeah,
I
put it on me.
handed it off to you yesterday, and the reason is that bracelet went with me to the state capitol. It went with me to the courthouse. It went with me to the White House. It went with me to the nation's capital. And I always said, when Zacary is released, I can't wait to give him this bracelet. And so yesterday, just as soon as they took the shackles off and the handcuffs, I handed him the bracelet, and he's like, "What is this for?" And I'm like, "Just wear it." So, Zach, love you.
Love you too.
And we're going to hear more from Zach and have him join our crew so Frosty can teach you how to be a snowflake.
Finally, a protege I've always wanted.
All right, Friday, and Zach, it's no stranger to you to encounter pedophiles because you saw them in prison, obviously. Friday night, the guys from OPP, Oklahoma Predator Prevention, they took me out and we busted a predator who was there to meet a 14-year-old girl. And his conversation was graphic. The guys, Sonic and JT, their confrontation was graphic. Mine was not. I was clean. But I was just as angry as they were. And so, warning, the video you're about to see after this break does contain content that could be offensive to some viewers, and we especially don't want your kids watching this video. We're back with the OPP guys right after this.
Do you have problems with pain, anxiety, or sleeplessness? Come see us at Can Help Wellness, where we can help. Stop by any of our 4 wellness centers to find out how premium CBD products can help you find relief. From balms to tinctures to even products for your pets. Natural, safe, organic relief and lab tested with certifications. Reach out to one of our wellness consultants today at 405-455-3012 or online at cann-help.com.
Welcome back. The Todd Tucker Show is on. We got a packed show today, and the guys from OPP, are you down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
All right. Oklahoma Predator Prevention. They had Oklahoma Pedophile Prevention, and Mark Schmuckerberg on Facebook doesn't like that word, and so anyway, Friday night, those guys, you guys said you got to keep your schedule clear tonight, Todd, because we're going to go bust somebody. And so we went out and we busted somebody. Now, I want to warn people that the content of this video is graphic. If you've got kids around, turn it off, watch it later. If you're easily offended by language, these guys have no filter. So we're going to roll the video. This was Friday night. I was along for the ride. Aaron Brobeck is jelly. Sorry, Aaron. Sometimes you got what it takes.
Hey, Aaron, we're going to get you out there with this soon, I promise.
Anyway, let's roll the video.
Hey, Dave, man. How you doing, bro? This you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, man,
What are you doing here, man?
I ain't trying to do nothing, bro. I was going to tell this guy to go away.
Oh, you were?
I swear to God.
Oh, what about this dominatrix talk you were having with the 50? Come on, man.
I understand.
You want to go over the messages with me?
I hear what you're saying.
Your
I hear what
protection
you're saying.
as well as ours. You're a sick
I
bastard brain
understand.
on kids.
Come on, man. Pull your phone out, Dave.
My phone's dead.
Okay, well, it's a good thing because I got the backups here, Dave.
Look, man,
Let's go over this.
I'm not trying. I know. I understand.
No.
I hear what you're
Do you
saying.
understand what? That you're here to meet a
I hear what you're
15-year-old
saying.
girl?
I hear what you're saying. I wasn't here to
You're trying to
I
have
was
sex
backing
with
out.
a kid.
No, I was backing out.
Bullshit.
I thought about it and I was backing out, man. I promise.
You left, and you not only left,
I'm
you came
sorry.
back.
I walked down there, dude, and it wasn't going any of look, I was trying to back out of the
Dude,
anyway.
you were having dominatrix talk. You wanted her to call you daddy and sir.
I did say that. But
What's
look,
up,
man,
sir? I'm
sorry.
here now, sir.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. I know
Fuck
that's
your
stupid.
apology.
That's stupid of me. It's
Fuck
stupid
your
of me.
apology.
I understand that's stupid of me, and I won't do anything like that again, man.
What? Hold on. I ain't done yet. What if there was a little 15-year-old girl here, man?
Well, I wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have done anything.
What do you got in the box, man?
What colored pins?
Got meth?
Colored pencils.
Got meth on you?
Colored pencils. No,
You got
I don't.
meth on you?
No, I don't.
You know how to shower?
Yeah, I know.
He was going to do it at the 15-year-old's
I
house.
wasn't actually.
You got kids, man?
I do. I
You
wasn't
do.
actually gonna do that.
So
I
what-
backed out, man. Look, I wasn't gonna do that.
What would you do?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm walking up here, just tell this guy to go just now.
Bullshit.
I was
Tell
thinking
one
about
guy
it.
to go.
You actually, you are a fucking liar. You were coming to get in the back of the
You were
vehicle.
standing on the side of
wasn't
the
gonna
store
get in the car. I
20
just
minutes
walked
ago.
up there.
You were here. You've been here for 20
I
minutes.
walked up there and then I walked over there and I sat down.
Hold on.
And I thought it through and I thought, man, that's a stupid ass idea. I'm not gonna do nothing
And,
stupid like
and
that.
then, hold on.
Why didn't you tell the 15-year-old?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, hold on. You were just walking up to the quote unquote Uber
I
to
was
get in
walking
the
over there and
front.
I was walking over there to tell him to go away.
getting in
You
the
weren't telling
passenger
me
seat,
that.
man.
You
I
were
wasn't getting in the
no.
front seat. I was walking over there, his window was rolled down. I walked over there, he said something, rolled his window up.
Well, let's go ahead and ask you. Guess, is this your first time meeting a kid on the internet?
It would be the first time I've ever even tried anything like that.
Right.
And I'm
know,
not doing it.
You know, we get people every day like you, and that's exactly what
Well,
they say.
I'm not doing anything, bro.
What would you do
You're
if
not
it
doing
was?
anything. You're here to pick up a kid.
No, I wasn't here to pick her up, bro. I was not here.
Oh
to
no. Let me clarify. The Uber was here to pick you up to take you to the kid.
I wouldn't have done it, dude.
Bullshit.
Child predator.
Won't do it.
Bullshit, man.
I thought about it momentarily. Will not do it.
It did, dude. It should have never crossed your fucking mind.
I know it shouldn't have.
You hear me?
I agree 100%.
What would you do if it's your
agree
kid?
110%.
What would you do if it's your kid and somebody talked to your kid that way?
I wouldn't have been. I'd been pissed
What
off
your
too.
roommate's gonna think about this,
I
man?
would have been pissed off too. I wouldn't. It's not. Man, look. I know. I've made a stupid decision thinking about it even. But it's not something I would do. I wouldn't do it. I did think about it. I swear.
Dude, you
I
were
did.
talking nasty to
I
a
wasn't,
kid,
I-
man. You wasn't, dude. I
The
got
one thing
every
I said
fucking
was-
message.
the only
You want to
thing I-
take a shower with the
I
kid.
did-
You
yeah,
want
I
her to
did
call
say-
you daddy.
I did
Want
say
her to call
something
you
to that sort.
sir.
But that's not what happened, man.
That's not what happened. That's exactly what the fuck
That's-
happened.
I said something to the effect, but it didn't. That's not what I
You
agree.
asked her how many
I agree,
minutes
I
you
was fucked
been
up.
with. Can you put it in her ass?
I was
yeah.
fucked up. No,
You wanted her to play with herself and get
I
it
was-
wet.
man, look,
dude,
I
you
was-
were talking to me.
I understand.
I want to let you know that.
understand.
So
figured
I know
was.
what the fuck you were
I
saying. Do you
figured
want
I
to
was.
fucking lie?
I figured.
He was coming up here to tell the Uber driver that he was backing out.
Right, but he was going to
already
get
left.
in the car. Yeah.
He's got
So
a.
how did he take off?
He stopped for a second, then he walked, and then he went. He was started talking shit once he got a little bit down
I'm
that
sure he
way.
did, yeah.
But he
When you got three guys standing there, it's easy to back away. But this guy wanted to dominate 15-year-old
15-year-old
girl, and he had three grown men here, and he didn't want to dominate us. He was a chicken. He was dirty. Never seen anybody so dirty in my life. I don't know what 14-year-old would be attracted to that, but you know,
15,
this is
but
15,
tell
whatever.
him where we're at, because he lives in this neighborhood right here.
We are at the
59th
Dino
and
Mart
Sunny Lane.
at 59th and Sunny Lane, and the store owner is thinking he needs to be in prison.
And he's northwest of this intersection, only a few blocks in the
And
neighborhood.
these guys over here, his wife, they follow OPP, and his wife said they're about to do a takedown down the street, and so they saw it. They came down to watch the action.
Man, sick bastards.
Yeah,
He's got Sonic's blood boiling.
I know, man. He was.
I'm still working on him on
I thought he
that.
was going to throw down.
It gets hard. Like, we've tried to watch the language, but it gets hard because, you know, if it's my kid, I would have already.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't be a
absolutely.
camera.
No,
and
no,
he'd
absolutely
be,
not.
He'd be in the trunk of the car going
Yeah.
out to Thunderbird or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, he'd be in the middle of a lake somewhere. This guy, he would be fish bait.
You want to talk to him for a second?
Um,
Hey, real quick, viewers. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. This is Todd Tucker, the show that I missed out on today that Sonic was with. I'm going to hand it to him for just a second, but I want all of our followers to go show their page some love. The Todd Tucker page, he'll tell you more about it, and the Taxpayers United.
Yes, Todd Tucker. Like the Todd Tucker Show on Facebook right now. I got a few friends left. I mean, I say that I'm close to maxing out on my friends, but this is some heavy duty stuff. You see it on TV and you see these guys on YouTube, but this is real. These people are real. They come out and they're preying upon your children. They don't care. 13, 14, 15 years old. I was playing online earlier and I had like 5 guys that were interested in hooking up. And it's just amazing the number of predators there are out there. It's crazy. Hi everybody, glad you're with us. These guys are heroes, and these guys follow OPP. They came to watch. Hey, are you guys down with OPP?
You mind getting on camera? I don't know. It's not me.
Okay, you just holler. You're not. The camera's not facing
It's
you.
on him, man. It
Yeah,
ain't
it's
on
on
you
me.
guys.
You down with OPP? These guys aren't predators, by the way. They just came to watch the action.
Yeah, they follow us and they notice where we were at.
Yeah, they noticed where we were at.
No, he
and,
worried about me.
Yeah, worried about you. Yeah, exactly. Now, should this guy be in prison? Do you think this guy should be locked up? What if that was your daughter? What would you do if that was your child that he was talking to? Yeah.
I do my law.
Uh-huh.
My law.
Yeah, your law. Exactly. Exactly. So, guys, you're not on camera right now. What if that was your child? Do you have kids?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
So what would you do if that was your child? I do want to know. I think I have an idea. I think I have a pretty good idea what you guys would do, and he'd probably end up in the middle of the lake somewhere, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just unfortunate to see kind of people do this.
Yeah, he had meth sores. I mean, he was tweaking, and he said he hadn't been high in a long time, or he'd been high earlier, but wasn't high right now. Yeah, he was high earlier today. But thanks for coming by. So that was an experience, and that guy was nasty, and we had a crowd watching, and they were, and I was going, pedophile, pedophile, and people are like, and Baja's out there, and he's like,
Oh, it's like.
I have my own law, and he pointed to his pocket. Baja's been in that store for a long time, so I have a feeling that Baja has encountered his share of bad people.
Yeah, it's not the best area over there.
No, but we had people walk over from the neighborhood, and you guys said, "Hey, you got a predator living on that street right over there."
Yeah, we showed them the picture, and they knew him. Remember, they said they knew
and
the
they
guy.
said it's a meth house.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you guys know that our good buddy Adrian OTAP just tuned in. He might, in fact, be back on the grid. So
Huzzah!
there it is.
Oh, Tap, we miss you, buddy. All right, so
Here, I got something for you, Todd. Or we got something. OPP has something for
Oh,
you,
they
man.
brought the T-shirts.
Oh, wow, this
Check.
is awesome.
I've seen something like that before.
Are you guys selling those now?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead, tell us how we can get one,
Go ahead,
or
JD.
2 or 5.
Basically, by the end of the night, we'll have stuff posted on our site for specific payment and stuff. It's most likely going to be PayPal, but shirts are $20 each. 2X, basically just add 2X is extra $2, 3X, 3, 5X, 5, 20X, 20, etc., etc. But most of them $20. Add a couple for larger. We're trying to figure out the best way and the cheapest way to ship them also to some of our followers out of the area. But pretty much going to try to sell some of the shirts. We've had people asking about donations multiple times, and we're not doing this for the money. We don't feel right taking people's hard-earned money just to do it. But the T-shirts will allow us to raise a few bucks for the websites, better equipment, gas money, vape juice, you know,
Turnies.
things like that. Just, but that's kind of our way of doing it versus asking for donations. So it's, twofold that we can get it out there for our supporters and make a few bucks, but then also they can show the support. People ask them what OPP is, and they can tell them to pull up their phone, tell them how to log into it, and follow the page. Especially, we always say it, but we have a lot of supporters, but we want as many Oklahoma supporters as we can because those parents are going to be able to protect their kids by looking at the people we expose.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a trip. It was, and I was trying to figure out, and you guys were so angry and colorful that I'm like, how do I put my best Chris Hansen on? Hey, what are you doing here? Who are you here to meet?
Why don't you just have a seat? Have a seat right over there.
We got some cookies over
Sit over
here.
here on the curb.
Go take a shower first.
What are you doing talking to what you thought was a 14, 15-year-old girl? And why are you so freaking dirty?
It was real, though, wasn't it?
But, Chris has already seen the videos by the time any of those episodes aired, so any anger that he had already rehearsed and had seen it. But these guys that used to run Perverted Justice, they did amazing work and worked with Dateline on those. But I was sitting there going, do I do my best Chris Hansen? Or because, so everybody says it's their first time. I've got the chat logs here. That's Chris Hansen. Huh?
It doesn't work that way, though. It's like, we got the chat logs right here!
Yeah, man. I mean, I like the aggressive approach, honestly, because I'm not going to come and sit here. Hey, have a seat. Let's sit down.
Let me ask you this: is it more effective to use colorful language, or can you still get the point across by just being angry?
That's part of the fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, the colorful language comes out also as because we
sometimes.
are the decoys, man, and so we, these people take time from our family while we're over here texting these people, and it just gets so graphic and so nasty. that, I mean,
And
I think I'm doing a great job by not putting my hands on them, you know?
You are. It's very difficult, but I wouldn't touch that guy because he had not had a shower or a bath or anything else for a very long time, and he was going to shower with the girl, and he would have plugged up the drain, first of all, and all he brought was a pair of jeans, and he still had the same nasty, sweaty tank top. It was just, the whole thing, it would make you angry. I was just having to remember that I had
Could
kids
you imagine the mother, if this really was going to happen, come home and that bathtub is just black? Like, how is that little girl going to explain that?
Well, we've worked on the language, but like Russell said the other day, I mean, it's hard not to think of our own kids when we're meeting one of them, because I mean, I
could
have
put a shock
15
collar on you when we go out, and you could just get a little jolt.
Right? We might end up putting it on the Predator.
Well, and the one you came out with this on, that guy, man, was there. Every one of them were nasty, sick, disgusting creatures. But that one, man,
Top one or
I was
two.
only talking to him from the time I left here Friday. As soon as I got home, I plugged in, got on, I reeled him in, and we only talked for an hour and a half. And he was talking this dominatrix talk, wanting, it
Call me
really
sir.
pissed me off. Yeah, call me sir, call me daddy, and you asked
Now,
me for permission.
That's an example of someone who belongs in prison, not Zach, but somebody like that, and they belong locked up for the rest of their natural-born lives. And I would even say, Mike Hunter, I support you, I love you, castrate them.
Stop. That's
Rip their nuts off.
Absolutely.
Okay? We neuter and spay our pets, neuter and spay these pedophiles.
That went from 0 to 100 so quickly.
I mean, hey, if you don't know how to use it, you should lose it. And going after a child, you should lose it, and that's it, that's all. As my friend Willie May of Tulsa said, that's it, that's all.
Yep.
All right, so you guys busted, and we can't go into details, but you busted a convicted, registered, obviously he's convicted because he's a registered sex offender. You guys busted a registered sex offender the very next day. I'm kind of hurt because you didn't call me, but that's okay.
Go ahead, take this one.
That guy, as we always say, I mean, sure as hell not their first time. This guy actually came, 30 minutes before, and actually was sitting across the street. I ran inside to use the restroom, walked out, and Russell was like, I think that's him. We looked over, and sure enough, it was the guy. Well, then he's messaging the decoys saying that 2 guys in a black SUV, so we ditched the vehicle. We walked up there, and he just kept, we're on 89th and I-35, but he kept going down to 27th Service Road up, and for about 45 minutes just kept making that loop, looking over at the Loves, kind of watching his surroundings and stuff. But
we had a decoy there with us that day as well, and he knew exactly what she looked like. From the tee of the clothes she was wearing. She took a recent picture while she was out there standing. He walked right past her whenever it came time to do the meet. He didn't even stop to talk to her. He went right into the store.
I downloaded Grindr, and I had 5 guys looking to meet a 14-year-old boy within 5 minutes. I had 5 guys that were asking all kinds of graphic questions, and one of them had me blocked because
he was probably a good person. Once you told him the age, he blocked you, got you blocked.
Yeah, absolutely, and reported it. But I had another one that said, well, you're kind of young for me. I'm 24. And then I said, yeah, I'm kind of young or whatever. And he said, I don't want to go to jail. And I said, well, what are you talking about, LOL? And we're talking in LOL speak.
Oh, man, you don't understand how many times I use LOL when I'm on doing
and
this.
WID, what you doing? And anyway, but this one guy that told me that I was too young for him then started asking about pictures and, do you have any pictures?
Nope.
I'm like, I said, and no offense to Mormons, but I said my parents are very active in the LDS church, and I would get killed if my parents found out, and that intrigued him even more until I got blocked by the good guy, the white hat.
Yeah.
But it's very easy to reel them in.
Oh, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, really.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that easy.
It
but
shouldn't.
If we didn't have, wives and kids and lives outside of this, we could pull 10 a day every day, and that's all here in our metro that are preying on our kids.
And we're not asking people to go out and do this because you're taking a risk by doing it. No law enforcement agency is going to say do it because of safety concerns. But I guarantee that I've talked to law enforcement officers individually who have said what those guys do is a great job and they help us a lot.
Oh yeah, they shake our hands individually when we see them as an officer. They do, but the spokeswoman that for the Oklahoma City Police Department, she has, it's kind of a liability if they were encouraging us to do this, but they say they don't condone this, but each individual officer shakes our hand and loves what we do. We got a lot of officers that follow our page.
Yeah, and we're not trying to do law enforcement's job. I mean, they just don't have the funding or the time to do a bunch of the stuff, but I mean, we're not going to stop, and we've already seen kids being protected, kids being pulled out of homes where predators are, stuff like that. So if something does happen to us one day, I'll say it was worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Taking 1 off, 2 off, 3 off. You guys are doing amazing work. Thanks for the shirt. Now, I got to ask you, when I go out with you, should I wear that shirt or is that a red flag?
Oh, you can wear it. I mean, I wear my hat, all the time that you see me in the other day, but I'll turn it backwards at first, so they can't see my logo when I'm walking up, but no, I wear my gear.
And they look like they just saw a dog talk.
Oh, yeah. But that guy was just coming to tell JT, the Uber driver, to leave.
But he went to the passenger side and was going to open the door.
He walked back up there too. Remember, he had already left. He left the location.
I wasn't going to get that. I was going to tell the Uber driver to take off. Yeah. Sure you were, pal. Just like the colored pencils don't mean you're a meth head and a pervert. Is Tim here?
He's not. Not
okay.
Yet.
Well, Tim Harper, we showed his video yesterday, and Tim went to DHS and he's got the right to video inside a state building.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the right. It's his constitutional right. They called the police on him. The police officer, and I don't condone being disrespectful to police officers, but I do believe we have our rights, and he said, I don't have to give you my name. I'm not breaking any law. This is state property. And they kept telling him at DHS, this is a private business. No, it's not a private business. It is a public business. It is a state business. Therefore, we own that building.
Right.
You work for us, people. Those security guards, they work for us. The employees there work for us. And to Tim's credit, he didn't take pictures of anybody that was in line at DHS. He was just, and I don't know what the deal is with people being afraid to be videotaped. What are they afraid?
I mean, you're being videotaped on every corner, every gas station you walk into.
Welcome to our life in 2018. But anyway, Tim, after he left the show yesterday, we've got a video that we're going to share when he comes in. But Tim went to Department of Transportation, ODOT, and he was attacked. He was brutally beaten by people that work for us on a property that we own. And so we may not have that video today, but we'll have it tomorrow on the next show. Frosty, what time is it?
It is 3:37.
3:37?
3:37. We need to take a break.
All right, we're going to take a break. And we're back with the gang right after this. The Todd Tucker Show Tuesday is on. We're back in 60 seconds.
Do you have problems with pain, anxiety, or sleeplessness? Come see us at Can Help Wellness, where we can help. Stop by any of our 4 wellness centers to find out how premium CBD products can help you find relief. From balms to tinctures to even products for your pets. Natural, safe, organic relief, and lab tested with certifications. Reach out to one of our wellness consultants today at 405-455-3012 or online at cann-help.com.
Back, the Todd Tucker Show. Zacary Anderson is free. He's been on the show. Don't forget to watch News 9 at 5 because Aaron Brelbeck did an awesome interview with Zach, reliving what happened. And Zach's a free man now, and he got to hang out. We got to finally hang out. It was a great day. He doesn't think so, but it was a great day. He kept mentioning my age, and he doesn't even know Frosty yet. Anyway, so we want to make sure that, by the way, the Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite, it's not United, it's Unite, because there is a United, I believe, and they'll go to the wrong page. So
I might have driven.
like Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite. Also, the Todd Tucker Show, Todd with 1D on Facebook. I need likes. People are friend requesting me, and I can't handle them all, so I need to get you to follow me. I would love to talk to everybody on Messenger, but it's just impossible because I'll be sitting watching a show or reading a book or prepping or whatever, walking my dogs, and my Messenger just blows up. So I appreciate the fact that people want to talk, and I love talking to people, but it's difficult. So like my page, and like the Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite page as well, and also Oklahoma Predator Prevention, because Mark Schmuckerberg doesn't like these guys.
Hey, whatever happened with him getting hacked
on Sunday?
I don't think it happened.
I guess that didn't pan out, huh?
Well, it's only Tuesday. I mean, maybe it was delayed. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg went to a safe place where snowflakes tend to go, and he went to his wife and said, "Honey, they're about to attack me."
Turn off the Facebook account.
Yeah, turn off the Facebook account now, because I'm going to get attacked. And I don't like these pedophile hunters coming on my page because they're bad. No, pedophiles are bad.
Absolutely.
Predators are bad. But Schmuckerberg is not really one of my favorite people anyway. Now I'm going to go to Facebook jail with you, JT.
Y'all can eat the bologna sandwiches together.
That's it.
Send me to Facebook jail. I don't really care. Because I'm telling you, there's going to come a point when there's going to be an alternative to Facebook.
Nope.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's a shame that MySpace really blew it, because that was really blowing up at one time, and then all these musicians, artists started taking over MySpace, and so we don't have the...
Tom was cooler than what's his name?
I like Tom. Yeah, I remember Tom. He was way better than Zuckerberg.
Tom was very cool, and Tom wouldn't mind you busting predators online. Yeah, I remember Tom. I can see his picture now.
Yeah, he was kind of like...
He's probably aged about 15 years, because it's been that long since MySpace was on. But anyway, back to what you guys are doing. Support these guys. Show them some love. Also, support us. Go to our Facebook page, Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite. Also, the Patreon page. We've got a button there. Click on it. Like us, love us, want some more of us. Because we're just lovable people who everybody wants to hang out with. Right, Frost? Go back to your safe place. All right, we're going to be able to... Hopefully, we'll have Tim on. You guys, what are you going to ask?
They wanted to... You guys are doing a tattoo thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The tattoo. Thank you, Frosty.
October 12th through the 14th at the fairgrounds. Give them some details about it.
We'll have a booth out there, getting rid of some shirts, but come out, take some pictures, meet us, see what's going on. But as far as the Tattoo Expo, it's going to be some of the best artists, I mean, I think throughout the U.S., and you can get a tattoo there during the 3 days. They're having some tattoo contests. I believe some DJs, some models. Just seems like it's going to be a pretty kick-ass time. We hope to see everybody out there.
Oh, yeah.
Zach has a really cool sleeve. I don't know if you saw it on camera, but we were at the Valero earlier getting a drink and getting gas, and the lady said, "That's a really cool sleeve." And I think I was saying thank you for the drink, and she said, "Oh, did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, no. He'd still be crying. A tattoo artist, I'm not. I couldn't do that. I don't have any tats. I'm zero on the tats. Anyway, guys, thanks for being on today. Can't wait to go out again very, very soon. Keep up the great work. And remember, God loves you and so do I. God bless you. God bless Oklahoma. God bless America. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, the heart of the left to the fool. Ecclesiastes 10:2. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Dave, man. How you doing, bro? This you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, man,
What are you doing here, man?
I ain't trying to do nothing, bro. I was just tell this guy to go away.
Oh, you were?
I swear to God.
Oh, what about this dominatrix talk you were having with the 50? Come on, man. You want to go over the messages with me?
I hear what you're saying. Your protection as well as ours. You're a sick bastard.
Come on, man. Pull your phone out, Dave.
My phone's dead.
Okay, well, it's a good thing because I got the backups here, Dave.
Look, man,
Let's go over this.
I'm not trying. I understand.
No.
I hear what you're saying.
Do you understand what? That you're here to meet a 15-year-old girl?
I hear what you're saying. I wasn't here to
You're trying to have sex with a kid.
No, I was backing out.
Bullshit.
I thought about it and I was backing out, man. I promise.
You left and you not only left, you came back.
I walked down there, dude, and it wasn't going any of them. Look, I was trying to back out of the
Dude,
anyway.
you were having dominatrix talk. You wanted her to call you daddy and sir.
I did say that. But
What's
look,
up,
man,
sir? I'm
sorry.
here now, sir.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. I know
Fuck
that's
your
stupid.
apology.
That's stupid of me. It's
Fuck
stupid
your
of me.
apology.
I understand that's stupid of me, and I won't do anything like that again, man.
What? Hold on. I ain't done yet. What if there was a little 15-year-old girl here, man?
Well, I wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have done anything.
What do you got in the box, man?
Colored pencils.
Got meth?
Colored pencils.
Got meth on you?
Colored pencils. No,
You got
I don't.
meth on you?
No, I don't.
You know how to shower?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
how to shower. I
he
got off work a little while
was
ago.
going to do it at the
That was-
15-year-old's
man, I
house.
wasn't actually
You
gonna do
got
that.
kids, man?
I do. I
You
wasn't
do.
actually gonna do that.
So
I
what-
backed out, man. Look, I wasn't gonna do that.
What would you do?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm walking up here, just tell this guy to go just now.
Bullshit.
I was
Tell
thinking
what
about
guy
it.
to go.
You are a fucking liar. You were coming to get in the back of the
You were
vehicle.
standing on the
I
side of
wasn't
the
gonna
store
get in the car. I
20
just
minutes
walked
ago.
up there.
You were here. You've been here for 20
I
minutes.
walked up there and I walked over there and I sat down.
Hold on.
And I thought it through and I thought, man, that's a stupid ass idea. I'm not gonna do nothing
And,
stupid like
and
that.
then, hold on.
Why didn't you tell the 15-year-old?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, hold on. You were just walking up to the quote-unquote Uber to get in the front.
I was walking over there to tell him to go away.
getting in
You
the
weren't telling
passenger
me that.
seat,
I
man.
You
wasn't
weren't.
getting in the
No.
front seat. I was walking over there, his window was rolled down. I walked over there, he said something, rolled his window up.
Well, let's go ahead and ask you, guess. Is this your first time meeting a kid on the
And
internet?
it would be the first time I've ever even tried anything like that.
Right.
And I'm
know,
not doing it.
You know, we get people every day like you, and that's exactly what
Well,
they say.
I'm not doing anything, bro.
What would you do
You're
if
not
it
doing
was...
anything. You're here to pick up a kid.
No, I wasn't here to pick her up, bro. I was not here to
Oh,
pick
no. Let me clarify. The Uber was here to pick you up to take you to the kid.
I wouldn't have done it, dude.
Bullshit.
Child predator!
Won't do it.
Bullshit, man.
I thought about it momentarily, will not do it.
It did. Dude, it should have never crossed your fucking mind.
I know it shouldn't have.
You hear me?
I agree 100%.
What would you do if it's your
agree
kid?
110%.
What would you do if it's your kid and somebody talked to your kid that way?
I wouldn't have been. I'd been pissed
What's
off
your
too.
roommate's going to think about this,
I
man?
would have been pissed off too. I wouldn't. It's not. Man, look. I know I've made a stupid decision thinking about it even, but it's not something I would do. I wouldn't do it. I did think about it. I swear.
Dude, you were talking nasty to a kid, man. You wasn't, dude. I got every fucking message. You want to take a shower with the kid. You want her to call you daddy. You want her to call you sir.
But that's not what happened, man.
That's not what happened. That's exactly what the fuck happened.
I said something to the effect, but it didn't. That's not what I
You asked her how many minutes she been with. Can you put it in her ass?
I was
yeah.
fucked up. No,
You wanted her to play with herself and get it wet.
Man, look,
dude, you were talking to me.
I understand.
I want to let you know
understand.
that. So
figured
I know
was.
what the fuck you were saying. You
figured
want
I
to
was.
fucking lie?
I figured